Hi guys, thank you so much for purchasing this social media planner for Notion. This is a tutorial that I'll explain to you how it works and how you can use it to your advantage. As you can see, this is the home page. We have different tabs here, but these are the most important ones for your content creation. So here we have an overview of all the platforms. If you go to one of these, then you'll see all the content that you scheduled for that particular platform, for example, TikTok, YouTube, or Pinterest. Here you see the navigation of all the different tabs. I will get to them after this. And this is very handy. These are the tasks that you need to do this week. So this is in your task button here, you have scheduled all the tasks you need to do. And then on your homepage, you'll find the place to see what you need to do this week. So here it's not started yet. And then you can also swipe it to in progress or done. So you have a good overview of what needed to be done this week. Also, the updates, the daily updates from your tasks. So this is also another reminder of what you need to do this week. The posts that are scheduled or the posts that are scheduled this month, the tasks you need to do. And then here you find the content that you need to post today and with all the information for it. And then here down, transactions, so your finances, the goals, and the content calendar. So this is really fast an overview of all the different things that are on your homepage, but obviously they're also for every subject we have a different tab for that as well. So you can find more information on the tabs. We get into that in a minute. So this is the overview of the homepage. So these are all the most important things you want to see when you're starting your day. But first and foremost, we're going to go to navigation, and then I'll show you also how you will view it on the different platforms here. But first we go to the navigation part of this Notion template, and we go to brand identity. So on this page, you will find everything that is important for you to remind yourself, but also maybe colleagues about what is important for the brand. Like what's the brand's voice? What are the brand values? What is the color palette? Obviously, you can change that over here. You can change everything on this template. So you can change the words here, but also add a new color. You can just add a cover in the color that is the color of your brand and then name it after the color. You can file the logos here that are important for your brand, usage guidelines, mood boards. So this is more like an inspirational part of your brand for yourself to keep in mind, like what's the vibe, what needs to be the vibe when you create content. And here you can have also examples of different templates that are that you want to use or you want to create for different social media platforms. So this everything to create a real significant brand identity on this template. So then we go to the second tab, that's audience. And here you see how you can create a target audience overview. So obviously this is not filled in right now, but this is good to create a clear vision for your brand. Like what's the audience, what is their problem and how can we solve it? And also what are the key physical graphics, the demographics, technographics of your audience. So here you have objections. So you can fill in like what are the objections that your audience maybe has to buy from your brand and what are the solutions. So that's also to keep in mind how you can voice some post to make sure that your audience feels seen or heard and that their problem is actually solved. And you can just fill it in right here. Just click on it and you can just type whatever you want. And then we go here to testimonials. You can just upload a file you create, for example, in Canva to have those testimonials ready. And sometimes you can schedule them as well as maybe posts, or also just keep in mind that these testimonials are here and you can keep that in mind to remind yourself of who your audience is. So now we are here at tasks. This is an important template. here you can find an overview of all the tasks that you want to plan, and you can just create them very easily by create new task here and just add a name to your task, right? An Insta post. Then here you can choose a date, for example, this date. You can say it's writing, and if you go over here, you can also choose priority, for example, low, and you can choose a goal that you already created in your tools template. We're gonna go there in a minute. And you can choose, well, I want to link this to this goal. So this is how you create a task easily. You can do it with, you can add a star if you want, but it's not necessary. Here you see the updates. So this is a reminder of the tasks for this week, for example, or for this month. This is an overview of the tasks that are overdue, so that you forgot or that you still need to do. And this is the ones that you need to do this week. So all this information come from this tab, but this is just all reminders of, okay, what do I need to do this week? What is overdue? Uh, an example of what I need to do this week. And here is also the calendar shape of the tasks that you are seeing above. So these are the same tasks, but then it's just like more easily viewed because it's in a calendar form instead of in a row. And these are also the achieved goals. So you can see everything in a very good overview over here. And it's very easy to create a new task and to be updated on when it's due. So now we go to content pillars. And this is also a reminder for yourself to check yourself, like, what are the content pillars for our brands? Obviously, this is filled in now, but you can create it for yourself. You can just change the text, change anything that's important to you to fit it to your needs and to your brand. But this is very good to, before you create content, to go back to this template to see if it has all these content pillars that you created for yourself and for your brand, and also questions to help create your content pillars. So what topics are your audience interested in? What values your audience holds, etc. So you can just fill this in for yourself and then create the content pillars for your brand. So before you create content, you can always go here and check, like, does my content actually fit with these content pillars that I created? So now we go to probably the most important one, namely the content template. Here you see an overview of all the content that you created, and you can just see if things are posted yet or not. And this is also where you can create new content, or you can do that on the homepage for the specific platform, but I'll show you that later. But this is a nice overview of all the different sort of content for your brand. So here you see this is one for Pinterest, this is for TikTok, this is for Facebook. If you want to create a new post, you can just go to new and you can title it whatever you want. For example, 10 makeup tips for summer. I just came up with something like that. So here you can see all the things that are important for the content. But what I will advise you to do is first choose if it's for YouTube, it's for Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, or TikTok. So if you choose, for example, Instagram, you will see that this will add itself to the content, because for Instagram, obviously you want to have different kind of hashtags or different visual content than, for example, YouTube. So first choose the platform that you want to use for this type of content, and then fill in all the different things here. So you can add files, you can add captions, you can also choose like what kind of rating do I give this ID, you can add links, you can choose if it's sponsored or not. And when you go here, you can fill in like post time and date, the image, so everything for your content creation will be here in one easy template. So that is how you create new content. So now you will see it is over here, your content creation. I didn't add a photo or something like that, so now it's just without a picture, but that is how you create a new content idea. And I will show you how that looks like, for example, here. This is a Pinterest one. So as you can see, the file is the picture that you saw in the overview. It's a post, it is sponsored. This is not a link, this is for Pinterest. And you see that it's changed the way it looks over here because it's a pin kind of content and not Instagram. So you can just add a pin title, description, board name, schedule, add visual content, call to action, etc. So here we are back at the content page, and as you can see down here, you also have event content for every quarter of the year. So as a brand, you can hop onto that trend or to that part of the year. So for example, New Year's Eve, create content that fits to the start of a new year, or to Valentine's Day, or to whatever is important for your brand. So you can also just add those over here, add new to create something, and also add a cover and which quarter it is to remind yourself of something that's important for your brand. And every year you want to incorporate content that fits with that. So then we go to the promo templates. Here you can see an overview of strategies that you want to use to create your content, optimize your platforms, comments, and engage. And you can also check if you did that or not. For example, also cross promote. But you can also just add something that's important for you, but just go here and add enter. So then you can change it or add things that are more important to your brand. Here you can see an overview of the campaigns and sponsored content. That's actually the content that in the previous template you chose sponsored. So all the sponsored content that you create here, for example, you see over here, if it's sponsored or not, if I do this, then it will go onto your promo page. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. That's all your sponsored content. You can see an overview over here right now. You can also create new one over here, and then it will come here immediately because it's already sponsored. I will delete this. And then you can also create your own influencer marketing strategy over here. And then we go up, and then we go to the ideas section. Here you see some different ideas. You can create a new idea just like you create new content, and add just everything that is important for that idea over here. And also what I said, first choose a platform for that idea, and then it will come over here. These ideas are content that will not show up on your content feed yet because these are just ideas. And then when we go down, you can just create here like how you get new ideas from Facebook groups, from Pinterest. But obviously, if you want to add something else for that, you can just add new section over here and just add how you get your inspiration and how you get your ideas, or add this, for example, instead of QR, make TikTok, and then just make a list of content ideas that you find from TikTok. But this is just for you to adjust to your own needs. So here we are at the goals page. This is an interesting one because here you can set clear goals for your social media and also track like how did they actually came to life, your goals. Like, did you complete them or not? Are they on track? Are they ahead? Are they planned? And if you want to create a new goal, you just go to here. And for example, 500 more Insta followers. So this is the goal. You can also add a cover to make it more appealing. But then you can see here, for example, we've reached now 250. The total is 500. So you can immediately see, okay, how was your progress for this goal? So it calculates itself. You can add here if it's complete. You can add related tasks to it. I already showed you that. If you create a task, you can add a goal to it. You can add a status. So for example, this is on track, and also the timeline that you want to create for your goal. So example from here. So example here, and an end date to here. So now you create a new goal. You can just add a comment, and when you go now to your goals page, you will find that on the goals page, namely here. So that is how you create a new goal. You will see the timeline of the goals, and you can also, if you click over here, you can add your Google Calendar to this calendar. So that's also very handy. Now we go to finance. Here on the finance page, you have an overview of all the income and expenses for your different types of content. If you want to add a new income, you just go here to new, you type a name, and then if you click here, you can just add the date, month, if you received it this month, this week, or is it for budget for the whole year. And then it will add up over here. The same goes for expenses. So here in the monthly overview, you can see that the income and expenses that you've put in here, it will add up by itself. So you can immediately see, okay, these are the expenses for January. These are the income transactions of January. So the income is this, the expenses is this, and this is then the balance for January. So it immediately adds it up by itself. So that's very convenient. Here you have a small update of your finance updates, and this is a place where you can add campaigns budget to it. You can just create new here. You can create a budget, a date, a description, platform content, and the ROI, and also visual for the campaign. So that's also very handy to have everything for the campaign here in one place, and you can also set your financial goals here on the right. And then last but not least, we go to Password Keeper. That's always important for your content creation, that you know the passwords of your different types of platforms. So you can just store them safely over here to have them in one easy overview. So now we go back to the home page, because everything from navigation we covered. And I just want to quickly show you also how you can create the content if you go through the platform tabs over here. So for example, if I'm on the home page and I want to create content for YouTube, I just go to the YouTube page, and you'll see all the content that is planned for YouTube is in one easy overview. Also the content calendar, these are all the things that are just specific to YouTube and not the content for any other platform. So this is also a way to create a new content IDs or new content in the planner, and that is via the direct link to the platform. So here you can just fill in the content that you want to create for YouTube. So that's also another way. If you don't want to do it via the content page, you can just do it via the platform page over here with all the different platforms and the content that you want to create for that platform. So that was the tutorial. It was quick, but I don't want to bore you out. I hope this is helpful to you. If you want to buy this planner, you can do that via the link in the description. And thank you so much for your time.